Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So, February is almost done, y'all. This year is just like whew, breezing by. And as such, it's time for another channel update video. And boy, do we got lots of stuff to talk about. So I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can, which means this will probably still be like a 20-minute channel update video. But you know what? It is what it is. There are timestamps and chapters here. You can skip around to whatever you need to find out, but we got lots to talk about. New content coming to the channel, what series and what music am I going to be reacting to, collaborations potentially. We still have to find out the results of the giveaway that we're doing, and yeah, it's lots of stuff. So let's dive in. So if you're only here to find out the results of the giveaway, that's going to be the end of the video. Check the description for the timestamps, or just click the chapters because there will be chapters set up. But first, let's talk about some of the newer-ish content that's either been introduced to the channel this last month or that I plan to introduce relatively soon. So, well, first, we dove into our ReactCeption videos this month. We did two of them. The first one I did solo, where I was reacting to myself, reacting to History 3 Trapped, and we turned that into a drinking game, and that was fun. You guys saw those results. And then the second one, we brought our old friend Synergic, well, not old, our hip young friend Synergic. He feels like an old friend to me because we were friends for such, I mean, I guess not such a long time, but still, he just feels like such a, whatever. We brought Synergic onto the channel, and he and I did a joint ReactCeption drinking game collaboration to our initial reaction to Rainbow Prince series. And if you saw that, you saw where Sean was trying to kill me, literally trying to just murder. All too happy to reinforce some of these rules and be like, hey, Topher, hey, you missed a drink. Hey, girl, you missed a drink. Hey. So rude. So if you haven't seen it, go watch. It's lots and lots of fun. But yeah, we're going to be continuing our ReactCeption through March. It might be another collab between me and Sean. We might be reacting to more Rainbow Prince. We might be reacting to one of our other, maybe My Day, or some of our other collaborations we've done over the years. Some of our music stuff. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But what I do know is we are not going to be doing a drinking game with Sean anymore. Never again, because Sean is a cruel dictator, and I don't want to die again. Lord, after that camera shut off, I took quite a nap on the floor of my bathroom by my toilet, just to be safe. I didn't have to throw up or anything, but just to be safe, I stayed there for a few hours until the world stopped spinning, and then eventually I went to bed for another few more hours. It was a delight. So if we do bring Sean back on the channel, we are not playing a drinking game. No. Actually, I don't know if I'll be doing a drinking game anytime soon because I feel like I'm scarred for life. But Sean and I have agreed to make other means. So he and I talked about doing a Bean Boozled. They're jelly beans that come in various colors, and each color has two potential flavors. One that is a delicious normal jelly bean flavor, and one that is absolutely disgusting, and you don't know which is which because they look exactly the same. I think the next time we bring Sean on, that's the plan. Save my liver, but still you'll get some fun shenanigans out of what we put in our mouths. Speaking of which, 75% off OnlyFans this month. But yeah, so we're going to continue through our ReactCeption, and I also want to try and do some of the ReactCeptions that some of you guys were interested in that weren't drinking games, like reacting to my own performances, because if you've been with the channel long enough, you know that I am a performer, amongst other things. If you've not been with the channel long enough, hi, I'm Topher. I've been a performer for like the last, when did I graduate college? 2010, 13 years? Yeah. So I've got lots and lots of performance videos, and some people are interested in that, so I might dive into one or two of those this month as well. Speaking on collabs, I think it was my reaction to either episode 3 or 4 of Dark Blue Kiss that I mentioned Tokyo Soda Pop was also going on the Dark Blue Kiss journey, and how she's amazing, I love her, and how you guys need to go support. All that's still true. You guys need to go support. She's amazing. We love her. But a number of people in the comment section were like, I need a Topher and Tokyo Soda Pop collab. They should they should collab on this episode of Dark Blue Kiss. I need a collab now. And I'm like, well, At this point, I've already finished my reactions to Dark Blue Kiss. Spoiler alert, I've finished reacting to Dark Blue Kiss. So that's not in the cards, but I may still try to reach out to her and set up something for March. I don't know if it'll be a series, maybe it'll be a music reaction. I don't know. If you guys have suggestions of things you'd like to see that either of us haven't reacted to already that you'd like to see us maybe do a collab on, let me know. Put it down in the comment section. I'll reach out to her and see if she's interested in anything. But either way, love her. So go support, go follow, and just, yeah. A couple months ago for channel update video, I talked about doing a semantic error like reading video, because after I finished the series, I put out a poll on my community tab of my channel, and a lot of you guys surprisingly voted. I was like, what next do you want me to do with semantic error? The one that won was you guys wanted me to do a, like, not audiobook, but like a reading video where I read the graphic novel. I'm still not sure exactly how I'm going to format that, but I want to at least try and get that first episode out this month. In addition to that, I'd love to also dive into the Cherry Magic manga, mainly because I just got my copy of the final English chapter translation in the mail today, and it makes me very, very excited. Those reading videos will hopefully get started this month potentially, because I know I mentioned them a while back. And if you were in tune for my last channel update video, I mentioned that on my other channel, Everything Topher, I'd be doing kind of like a weekly-ish diary for where I'd be tracking my language learning shenanigans, because I'm in the middle of learning Filipino, because end goal is I would like to visit the Philippines hopefully sometime next year. Don't have any definitive plans yet, but I would love to do that at some point, and you can go subscribe to the other channel if you want to join us on that journey as well. And then, oh yes, I want to try and bring some new kinds of reactions to the channel. So obviously this channel is very, very big into BL series and music. Lots of international artists, a handful of American artists as well. But I've wanted to branch out for a little while, and I wasn't exactly sure how. And I've talked about this with Synergic a number of times, because he's also wanted to branch out. Still do the normal BL music reactions and all that stuff that we do, but kind of want to branch out to other territories and just kind of test the waters. So one realm I've wanted to dive into is the realm of movies, mainly more Western movies. Not the Western genre, but like geographically here. United States, just because, well, I subscribe to a lot of reactors who react to just movies that I either grew up watching or movies that I just love to watch, and I love their interactions, and they always have like 70,000 views, 800,000 views within like 2 days of upload, and like, damn, I want some of that. You know, I love all the other reactions I do too, but you know, this is YouTuber content creators, and views matter. And I would like some, I'd like some big number of views, but also anyone who's reacted to BL series on the regular know that the guidelines for what is within fair use and what's not in fair use does not always translate from what you're used to doing in the United States versus in other countries. So sometimes in the United States, what you're doing, it might be in fair use, but then these companies out here are like, nah, you can't use my stuff, block. And it's like, or demonetize. Whereas like, there are certain guidelines and whatnot for Western media where, okay, if we stay within these parameters and we use this much, blah, 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 you can still use it, and you can still copy, or you can still monetize. And it's like, I would like to be able to monetize content, because when it comes to BL series, there's like maybe like 15% of the series I react to that I can monetize. Even if you see ads running on videos that I have on YouTube, about 85% of those ads do not go to me. They go to the copyright holder, which I'm like, well, get your ads off my damn video, but you know, whatever. So I would like to monetize content. I can monetize some content. Music's similar, although music's a little bit better. There's a little bit more freedom in the music realm. But yeah, I would like to, you know, monetize some of the things I do, because in case you guys haven't noticed, I put out a lot of content. I make a lot of reactions. how I do it while I'm working all the time and performing, I don't know. I just labor of love. We've been through this. But yes, I would like to monetize more of my content, which is basically why I've been trying to dive into other kinds of content creation, not just necessarily reactions. I didn't even jump into the ranking videos. I'm sorry, I skipped all over that bullet point. That was the first bullet point on my list that I had here on my phone. Lord. Okay, but anyway, that's why I've been trying to venture out into other realms of content creation, because I still want to keep my reaction audience, but I want to make some content that is free of copyright so that I can monetize and say, yeah, that's mine, boom, whatever. So yeah, that's a goal. As far as those kind of reactions, there's two that I'm kind of debating on making my first movie reaction. I'm really interested in diving into Mithrigan, or Megan, just because it looks entertaining. I love horror movies. I said it a dozen times on this channel, and I've heard good things about it. It seemed to get good reception, so I kind of want to hop on that bandwagon since it's still relatively-ish recent. And then another one that I've debated for a long time is diving into the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because I haven't watched it. I've tried, or well, my friend tried to get me to watch it years and years ago. He fell asleep, and then I turned it off like 15 minutes into the movie. So that was like 8 years ago. I don't remember anything about it. But I have so many friends. Like, I grew up loving the Harry Potter series. We're ignoring J.K. Rowling right now, but the Harry Potter series in general, I thoroughly enjoyed growing up. So I was always into that, and I had so many friends who were into that as well as Lord of the Rings, and they kept trying to get me into it, and I'm like, I haven't. So I want to try at some point, but I'm debating which avenue I want to go down, whether I want to go down the Mithrigan route first or the Lord of the Rings route. So we'll see where that goes, but you can expect one of those coming sometime in the next month. And then yeah, ranking videos. Like I sort of quasi mentioned there. A couple months ago, I also mentioned that I was going to be doing ranking videos because I wanted to. And I did. I did my very first, well, not my first. I've done other ranking videos in the past, but the first of like my new era of ranking videos, where I ranked the members of the Stray Kids from adorable to sexy, and that went over pretty well too. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it. It's lots of fun. But I have other ranking videos that I had in mind. I plan to do my ranking of top 10 more Cinnamon Wish Bus performances. I have a ranking of Carrie Underwood's, I think either top 5 or probably top 5 performances on American Idol, mainly because I loved watching Idol Recall. They used to have a stream every Tuesday, and they would just go back and watch old American Idol. And as someone who grew up watching American Idol and loving it, like, it was just great nostalgia for me. And I'm sad that they don't do it anymore. I don't know the reasons why, none of my business, but I loved it, and I was feeling just very nostalgic and wanting to watch their stuff. So I watched whatever videos they had on the channel that were still up, and then I was like, you know what? I've already done that similar sort of ranking with Kelly Clarkson. So I'm like, okay, who's next in line? I'm like, okay, Carrie Underwood. So that's one that I want to do, and I've got some other lists. So I'll be doing some other rankings coming out relatively soon. And then some of you guys are probably wondering, what series are we going to be reacting to? What series is Topher reacting to? I mean, this is Topher Reacts. We want to know what you're going to react to. Well, over the last month, we finished a number of series, actually. We finished Between Us, which we play into. We finished Word of Honor. We finished Dark Blue Kiss. All those videos have not been edited and uploaded, but I have finished watching it at this point in time. I watched Cherry Magic the movie the other week, and I started and finished When Jaime's Heart. Short little Filipino series, just kind of dove in because scientific things that were being shown to me on the Twitterverse, and I wanted to watch. But yeah, so we finished, what was that, 5 series? And then we started a couple others too, or we continued our way through Miracle of Teddy Bear. Not done, not even remotely close, but slowly but surely making our way through. We started The Untamed. We're about 2 episodes in on that. Started My School President, and we started Moonlight Chicken over on Synergic Streams on Twitch. Me, Synergic, Moonconsort, and the Boys of Femme Reacts, and I was thoroughly enjoying myself over there. We were having a good old dandy time, but there were some complaints in Synergic's comment section somewhere around, well, episode 3 and then episode 4. I guess I never saw episode 4 because I guess those those comments were getting a little much, so Synergic just made the video private at that point to just stop the comments from happening. So I'm like, oh, okay. And then Synergic reached out to us as a group, and we discussed it, and then Synergic came to the decision to just stop the group reaction, at least for that particular series. And no hard feelings. I totally get it. The group reactions are they're for some people. They're not for everybody. Sometimes it's hard when you have that many people, that many personalities in a room, all talking, and just sometimes it's just a lot. And I could feel it. Like, again, I enjoyed myself. I loved the interactions that we were having. I love those guys. But I could feel it anytime I was looking at like the live chat happening while we were watching. Anytime we paused and we went on a random tangent or we started talking about this, that, and the other, I could feel that sort of energy coming from the chat. Like, not that they weren't necessarily enjoying it, but that there were people who were like, oh my God, get to the episode, get to the episode, get to the episode. And it wasn't their cup of tea. And that's fine. That's all well and good. So I plan to finish out Moonlight Chicken on my own. I know Synergic's finishing it out on his own, and I think Fem's Reactor finishing out theirs as well. I don't know when. I might dive into it this week. I might just wait until the last, because at this point, episodes 5 and 6 I think were released this past week, so there's only 2 more episodes left. So I might just wait until those 2 episodes come out and just do one long binge. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I'll get to finishing that out at some point. If I don't finish any of those series this month, which there's a high probability, I don't know that I'll add any new series on top of that, but I might. Who knows? Just like last month, if YouTube shorts pop up and show me something that looks cute or interesting that I feel obligated to check out, then that just might be the case. I'm very impulsive like that, so we'll see. But those are the series that I plan to continue through right now. As far as music, I'm going to do the same thing that I did last month and just kind of continue. Don't have any particular boy band of the month set and schedule. Just going to continue just working through whatever pops up. YouTube shorts, or YouTube tends to recommend a lot. It's been recommending a lot of stuff. There have been a lot of, not necessarily new boy bands, but new boy bands to me that have popped up just because YouTube's like, hey, here's a video you think you should watch. I'm like, okay, this is something that looks interesting. I'll add it to my playlist. I've got a bunch of those kind of videos I've just added to a playlist that I want to get into. And I was also reacting to Dirty B's video about K-pop sexual tension, and just about every song that he referenced in that sounded like a fire bop. There are only like a handful of songs that I was actually familiar with. Everything else I wasn't familiar with, but it sounded good. So I think I might also want to go back through that video and look at each one of those songs individually too. So that'll introduce a bunch of new artists to me as well too. So I don't have any specific new artists that I'm diving into or focusing on, but there are going to be an abundance of new music coming. So look out for that. And one more thing before we get to our cushion giveaway results. Like I said, I was doing collabs with Synergic, Moonconsort, and the guys at Fem's React, and we've done a couple collabs at this point. And on one of our collabs, I don't remember which one it was, but Kayla from Moonconsort mentioned that she had a Kickstarter or GoFundMe, I think it's Kickstarter, set up because she and some of her other people that she has a podcast with are planning a trip to Thailand this summer, and they're trying to raise funds for that trip. And as a content creator who has aspirations to travel abroad and create content, again, I would love to go to the Philippines sometime next year. I understand the struggles of trying to secure funds and make sure that the funding is there before you embark upon a trip, because the last thing you want to do is pay for this flight or whatever you get there and then have no money to do anything once you get there. So I know that they want to do some on-site interviews, plus they want to get there, they want to be able to survive, eat this, that, and the other. So I think the Kickstarter at this particular point only has 20 days left. So if you are in a position to help or donate, please go do so, because I have not even begun thinking about how to finance my trip to the Philippines whenever that comes around, because I don't. It's a near future sort of thought, but it's not that close that I'm thinking about it just yet. But I would like to think that if I could not come up with the money myself, that, you know, I could find there would be people who are generous enough to give of themselves, and every little bit helps. I've already donated, and I plan to donate again when my paycheck hits this coming week. No, didn't get paid last week. No, paycheck hits this coming week. Yeah, every little bit helps. I'll put the link to that down in the description, and yeah, if you can help, please do. If you can't help, but you know some people who may want to, share the link. You know, we want to try and support their goal. So yeah, go do that. We love them. All right. And then that is the last bit of news before we get to our giveaway. For 2023, I set 3 sort of like mini goals that I wanted to do for myself. That would benefit my channel as well, but just benefit myself as just a performer and just in life. 1, I wanted to get better at sewing. 2, I wanted to get back into the gym and get my body snatched again, because it's been too long. And 3, I wanted to just get a little bit better at my drag craft. Like, I can paint my face, I can buy outfits online, but you know, there are other aspects of it. So every time I do drag, I try to find something that I can improve upon, even if it's just a little bit, whether it's a new eye shape or a new, you know, eye technique or a new eyebrow technique, or, you know, whatever it is. So this year I want to get better at styling wigs, because like, yes, I have wigs, but I'm not exactly a hairstylist. I want to get better at that. The sewing helps me with costuming, so I've already put that into effect, blah, 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 blah. So I've got, and the language learning. I guess that's 4 goals. Well, that one wasn't one that I necessarily made as like a New Year's resolution or anything. That one just kind of popped up on me, and I was like, yes, let's do it. So I've got those 4 little personal goals for myself to just kind of better myself, better my craft, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, as a result of me practicing all my sewing during the holiday season, I made an abundance of cushion covers, because if you know me or if you follow me on social media, you know that during the holiday season I don't necessarily buy gifts for people, because I know a lot of people. I have a lot of people that I love, and I have very minimal fundage and resources, so I tend to just do a big assembly line and make gift baskets. So I spend like 2 days baking, and then another day assembling the baskets, and then a day of delivery. So it's a whole process. Because I love baking, I love being in the kitchen. But this year, since I started sewing, I was like, okay, I want to do something a little bit special. So in addition to all the baked goods that I made, every basket included a handmade cushion. And, you know, I bought all the fabrics with the people in mind. So when I went to the fabric store, I saw this fabric. I'm like, okay, that one's for that friend. That one's for that friend. That one's for that friend. And, you know, that's how it was. And over the last couple months, like I said, I've just been practicing sewing some more. I sewed 2 gowns for a drag gig that I had a couple weeks back. I sewed a t-shirt that I made, well, obviously because I just said I sewed it, but that I wore on the channel a few months back, I think back in December. It's actually right there in my laundry basket. I'm looking at it, but I don't feel like going to grab it. And I've got fabric for other shirts and stuff that I want to make for myself, just for casual purposes. And I've looked a number of times for various like fabrics relating to things I react to on this channel, whether they are BL themed or K-pop themed or whatever it is, and I've had 0 success. But then I came across this one website that did have, I think I was looking for Stray Kids fabric. Yes, that did have a Stray Kids fabric, and I was like, oh, yes. And then they had ATEEZ fabric, so I was like, ah, yes. And then I couldn't find any of the other bands that I normally react to, but they also did fabric printing. So I was like, okay, who am I very, very much into right now, in addition to these other bands that I have right now? Because like I can't afford to print fabric for every band that I would love to have fabrics of, at least not right now. I can do them in small bursts and whatnot, but I'm not made of money, y'all. So I was like, okay, let me go with shiny, because there's that image that I just absolutely love. Who future Topher might remember to put the image up here. And I was like, okay, it's colorful, it's graphic, boom. So I put that image into Photoshop, made it look a little bit more cartoonized, slapped the shiny logo there at the bottom. I was like, okay, print this fabric, and done. So then that being said, I got the fabrics, they came in the mail. I'm like, ooh, I made myself some cushions, and I was super duper excited, and I still had extra fabric left over. So that's where this giveaway came from. I was like, you know what, I've got the extra fabric, and yes, I could just make myself a second set of these cushions and just have, heaven knows if anyone who's been to my house knows that I've got cushions all over the place. Even before I started sewing cushions, I got chairs and I've got cushions all over my damn house. I like cushions. I like to hug on things. Sue me. So I was like, I could make more cushions for myself, but I'm like, you know what, this feels like something that could be a potential interaction. And y'all, I was a little bit worried. Not necessarily worried, but I was afraid that no one was gonna want these. Like, honestly, because I'm like, I'm subscribed to so many different people on this, so many different kinds of content creators on YouTube, and so many of them have, you know, various funding from sponsors, this, that, and the other, and they can afford to like, oh, we're gonna do a giveaway for the new Mortal Kombat 12. Well, no, Mortal Kombat 12 is not out, although it has been announced that it's going to come out this year relatively soon, so relatively recently, so that is coming. But you know, like, we're going to have a giveaway for the new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet game, or the new this game, or we're going to give away $50, or we're going to give away $100 on Venmo, like, you know, big things like that, things that cost money, an exorbitant amount of money. And I'm like, I'm not there yet. I don't have that kind of dispensable income, and I don't have sponsors, so unfortunately I'm not there yet. But you know, I have hands that can craft some cushions, and I have fabric, so maybe people might want this, maybe not. But I was convinced that nobody was going to enter for these. So then when I logged in today and I saw that we had over 400 submissions, it filled my heart with glee. Like, yes, I am aware that there are a number of people who put in multiple entries, which I told you you could. You can put as many entries as you want for as many different cushions as you want. I don't care. But still, it made me happy that people wanted my cushions. They wanted things that I made, y'all. It made me excited. So you guys are probably like, Topher, stop talking. Tell me if I won or not. So fine. That's what we're going to do. So I have all the results from the Google form put into this Excel file, and I have it sorted by which cushion. And we're just going to do random drawing. And I'm going to have Siri just pick a number, and that is the most fair way that I can think to pick this. Let's see, the one that had the least number of votes, so our least popular cushion, is the Stray Kids song titles, which surprised me a little bit, but then also not really. Because like for me, of the cushions I made, it's probably my favorite color theme, because I love teal, obviously. But I love teal, purple, blue, and anytime I'm in drag or doing my makeup, those are usually the three colors that I gravitate towards. I always have, anytime I do a look that doesn't involve those colors, it's because I had to consciously tell myself, no, change it up, girl. But I just love this color combination. But I do, and I mentioned it, I think I mentioned it in my video that I put out before, if I get this fabric again, I think I'm going to get its sister fabric, which is the same design but shrunken down a little bit, just because the print is very, very large, and this is already a 14 by 14 cushion, and even if I bumped it up to a 16 by 16 cushion, it still wouldn't be large enough to get all of these titles on one face. So like domino, so you gotta like turn it, cheese, and you know, some of the other ones there. So if I get that fabric again, I'm going to get the smaller version so that it fits more succinctly on the cushion, but it's still cute. And for all these cushions I made, I bought brand new cushions off of Amazon because I figured you guys would rather new cushions versus old cushions that I've been hugging up on for the last however many years I've had them in this house. So these are all brand new cushions, nice and fluffy, love them. But yes, so that goes from $393 to $413. Hey Siri, pick a number between 393 and 413.
The answer is 393.
Okay. Siri didn't try very hard. Like, I'm just gonna pick the first number you said. So 393, that is Amanda. So congratulations, Amanda. I will contact you later and we will get this cushion to you. A tease band member, so the face collage. That's this bad boy here. And it's cute, it's fun, it's nice for what it is. It's not my favorite fabric, but it's cute for what it is. Hey Siri, pick a number between 2 and 58.
It's 6.
6. So that is Bailey Taylor. Congratulations, Bailey. I will reach out to you shortly and we will find a way to get that to you. San face collage, which I mentioned in my video, which if you guys have paid attention to any of my reactions since I've made these, I've had this in my lap just about every reaction video, hugging onto it. This is mine. This is my favorite cushion of the bunch. I just love the graphic nature of it, and I love it. I just love it so much. So this one was my favorite one that came out of it. But here is the one that I made for you guys, whoever is going to win this. A little bit more square than mine. Mine's a little bit more of a rectangle, but still, I just love it. It's probably because I've been hugging it so much I've smashed it down. But let's see. Hey Siri, pick a number between 159.
It's 2.
Hey Siri, pick a number between 59 and 119.
It's 68.
68. Let's see. 68 is BL3 Pete. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby. BL3 Pete has been such huge supporters of me over on Patreon. I love you. It's a trio of 3 amazingly beautiful, just lovely men, and I love them so much. So yes, I'm happy that you guys, one of you guys, or all 3 of you, if you guys are splitting it, I don't really know. But yay, good job you. I'll reach out to you guys soon enough and get that. Okay, up next we've got the Stray Kids band member name. So we got the Stray Kids band member name, which it's slightly different. I don't know where mine is. Mine's on the floor somewhere. But depending on where you cut the fabric, certain names will be on the front, certain names will be on the back. So whoever gets this, I hope you really love Chan and Sungmin, because they are boom there. But all the other names are scattered about and on the back and front and whatnot. But yeah, Chan and Sungmin, they're front and center. So I hope you really like Chan and Sungmin. Hey Siri, pick a number between 296 and 392.
It's 318.
318. Okay, let's see. 318 is Izzy Min. Is that Izzy from Instagram? Who? Hold on, let me see. Izzy Min, yes, okay. Izzy sends me Izzy's like psychic. I've said it in a number of videos. Sends me so many just great suggestions on Instagram and literally everything I love. They're the ones who introduced me to Henry Lau and love. Okay, well congrats, Izzy. You I hope you like Sungmin and Chan. All right, and then our last one that we're giving away, I was actually surprised at how many entries this got. This one, like when I made it and when I showed all the cushions that I made, I honestly thought this was going to be the one that got the least number of votes, because for me, at least the first batch or the first version that I made was my least favorite cushion, just because it wasn't very well constructed. Unlike all of my other cushions that I made, where I just kind of took the one piece of fabric and wrapped it all the way around, this was the one fabric that I had to get printed, and the way that it came out printed, I was debating how big or small to make the print. So I had it tiled on the fabric, but it was a little bit small. But it was too big for me to like cut it out tiled and like wrap it around, because it was just gonna look awkward. It's like, okay, I'll just do a smaller cushion with one panel for the face, and then I'll use the back and on the back just throw on some teal fabric that I bought from the fabric store. But yeah, this is the new version that I made, and I was like, okay, I actually enjoy this. But yeah, this had the most votes. And since it had the most votes, and because of the nature of how I had to form this, where all the others, I had the same amount of fabric for all the fabrics that I bought. But since all the other fabrics, it was like a single piece that I had to wrap around and cut, and this was, I was just taking a square. That means that I could get more cuts out of that fabric, out of this piece of fabric, than I could for the other ones I made cushions of. So that meant that I had extra fabric, and I could make extra cushions out of this particular fabric. So since this was the one that had the most entries, 176 entries, I made more than one. Specifically, I made 5. So we were giving away 5 of these bad boys. So the first of our shiny cushions. Hey Siri, pick a number between 120 and 295.
It's 154.
154? All right, let's see. 154 is... just a little... Oh, hey, I follow you on Twitter. Hey, babe. I didn't know you entered this. Yes. Okay, well, congrats. You are one of our 5 shiny cushion winners. Okay, cool. I will get to you soon enough. How sweet. Okay, let's see. Who is our second shiny cushion winner? Hey, Siri, pick a number between 120 and 295.
That would be 202.
202? Okay, let's see. 202 is Ruth. Hey, Ruth! Okay, Ruth is another huge supporter of the channel. She supports on Patreon. She's constantly, we constantly have conversation on Instagram, and she's one of the handful of people who actually bought my initial batch of merch back when I had my merch store over on Redbubble. Technically the merch store is still there, but I don't do anything with it. I think I'm actually going to close it down because I want to relocate it elsewhere. But yeah, she's been such a huge supporter, so thanks. Okay, Ruth, I'll get... Oh, I'm sending this stuff all over the world. Oh, goodness me, we're gonna have fun. Okay, that's shiny number 2. Let's see, shiny number 3. Hey Siri, pick a number between 120 and 295.
It's 234.
234. Let's see. It's Tile. Actually, I recognize that name from our comment section. Okay, awesome. I'm excited. I don't know where I'm sending all of these, but I know I'm sending them all over the world. Okay, that's exciting. Congratulations, Tile. All right, we've only got 2 more left, so let's see. Hey Siri, pick a number between 190 and 295.
It's 215.
215. That is Sarah Hussein. Congratulations, Sarah. Sarah put in a lot of entries for this one, but hey, sometimes you put multiple entries, it works for you. All right, last one we've got. Let's see. Hey Siri, pick a number between 190 and 295.
It's 248.
248. That is Zara. Zara is our final winner. Congratulations, you guys. So yes, I'll be reaching out to you guys within the next couple of days based off of the information you guys gave me on the Google form, and we will get these shipped out to you hopefully within like the next week or so. But thank you to everybody who entered. For those who didn't win, I'm sorry, but you know, we'll do other giveaways at some point in life, hopefully soon. I don't know how soon. They may not be cushion giveaways, or who knows, maybe they will. Maybe this will have went over so well that other people are gonna be like, hey, I want cushions too, and then I'll just order more fabric, and you know, we'll just or maybe I'll print more fabric, and you know, we'll see what happens. But there'll be other giveaways in the future. But to all of our winners, congratulations, and just thank you guys so much for the support. Once you finally get them, if you want to like take a picture and, you know, send it to me on social media, or post it to social media, or tag me in something, that'd be cool too. I wouldn't mind. But yes, thank you to everybody who's supported the channel, who's watched for however long you've been with me. Just thank you. I love you guys. Wow, I've been talking for an hour. Jesus, this is gonna be fun to edit down. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because this is a long, lengthy. This is supposed to be like a 10. You remember the beginning of this video? Let's rewind to the beginning of this video when I was like, hey, I'm gonna talk really fast so we can get through this really quickly. But watch, I'm gonna fast forward to the end and it's still gonna be like a 25-minute video. Oh man, past Topher was naive, thinking this is gonna be 25 minutes long. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, not reaction, this video. I'm gonna stop talking. Bye!